Hey guys, what is going on? Today we're going to be building a budget powerhouse gaming rig. So we spent about 320 pounds on the entire system, and we'll go over the parts as we build it. So let's get on with it. For our motherboard, we chose an LGA 1155 Foxconn motherboard running the H61 chipset. I found this motherboard for a fairly good deal. It came with the I/O shield and cost us 30 pounds. And actually something they didn't mention was they included a CPU with this motherboard, but that's because it's fairly worthless CPU, and they obviously included it because they didn't have a socket cover to cover this. So they used a Pentium G630. So maybe we'll test that out another day. But our CPU of choice for this build, we went with the Intel Xeon E3-1240. Now this CPU is a very good one in my personal opinion. It should give us performance somewhere between the i7 2700 and the i7 3770. So this should be a very competent gaming CPU. For the RAM we went for DDR3 HyperX Fury 1866 CL10. So it's fairly good RAM. Especially for DDR3, we've got some good speeds. We've got 16 gigabytes. The one-handed struggle is real. Oh yeah, love that click. Okay. Let's move on. For our CPU cooler, we went with CR1200 jonsbo design. Yeah. I've never actually heard of this, but it's an RGB CPU cooler, a tower cooler that is going to look very nice. It's going to do an amazing job of keeping our E3-1200 cool. E3-1200, sorry, I'm looking at the 1200 on the box. The E3-1240, very cool. And yeah, it's just going to have a great aesthetic. It's going to do a great job of cooling. All around, it's an amazing deal that we picked up for 20 Great British pounds. And it looks very competent. So, let's get on with the installation here. There we go. This doesn't seem like it's going to be the best cooler for cable management, but we'll worry about that later. Okay. Okay. So those little plastic clips, they are somewhat competent. Alright. Now for the case, we went with an ionz. I can't remember what model this is. I'll have the model listed in this description, but this was a very good deal. I found this was one of the cheapest cases. One of the cheapest cases with a side panel window that would support micro ATX, that you could mount 3 fans onto in the front of the case. It was the best looking, cheapest case that I could find without making any sacrifices. It cost me 24 to 27 pounds. I can't remember exactly. I'll have it linked in the description of the video as well. One thing I will say is it doesn't feel as light as some of the other budget cases I've seen. Some of the other budget cases, you open the box, or you pick up the box, and it feels like the entire box is just a box. There's no case inside it. It's just that light. This does have a little bit of heft to it, although not that much, but that's because it's not using tempered glass. But we have a nice acrylic side window here. We've got magnetic dust filtration on the top. We've got front I/O, one USB 3, two USB 2s, power reset, audio, and a microphone jack. I/O, we need to put the I/O shield in so we can have our system looking nice and fresh. It's I/O. It's PC building we go. With a motherboard here, a CPU there. I/O. Okay, I've never had an I/O shield that didn't want to install that bad. It's just a budget case though. Now for our fans, I chose these coolmoon RGB fans that I actually found because of Tech Yes City, Brian from Tech Yes. So shout out to him. These are some amazing looking fans, especially at the price point. They were 22 pounds. Yeah, 22 quid they cost. Y'all need to be untied. Alright, you're free. Go free. There you are. Free. Free up. You need to be untied. Yo, I'm tightening you up. Sorry, dog. No, I'm not. What the hell is going on here? They tie this shit in a knot? What the hell are they doing this shit, man? Bro, did Jesus tie this shit? This is the coolermaster 240 volt or 230 volt 230 volt coolermaster 500 watt NWE. This bad boy we picked up for what was it we picked this up for? It was 42 pounds, 42 British pounds. I am going to mount the power supply thusly. I'm going to try and mount the power supply thusly. Okay, you're in nice and snug. We're going to snap on right there. Like that, yeah. Okay. So I've decided, since there is no cage for a hard drive, no easy swapping of hard drives, what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the WD 1TB hard drive last. For our GPU, we went with the EVGA FTW 750 Ti. Don't tell me our SATA cable's in the way. Stop. Hold up. Wait a minute. We switching plugs. You're going down there, boy. Y'all plugged in? Okay then. Let's try this again. Swear to God, man, damn women. I can't, she won't let me spend an hour alone with my computer. It's just, what about me? What about my outfit? Oh, look at this, oh. Just leave me for an hour to do my build. Yeah. Hard drive is installed. I would like it if I could clean up these these PCIe cables a little bit. But unfortunately, there's just so much shoved behind this small little opening back there. But still, that's not bad. I mean, we got it. Now I'll take this power supply out, use this one, and it won't turn on. Just had it working with the Dell 265 watt PSU. Make sure it's turned on. Yep, it's on. Might as well have a seat. I could wait forever. This is the first time I've got it turned on now. What I've had to do is I've had to put my thumb here, and I've had to push down really hard, see, and it just shuts off. You've got to push down really hard, and then it just powers on, and when you let go, it shuts off, and now it's kind of cycling through on and off, like it's just, the connection's just making it, and then it's shutting off, and then it's connecting again, and then getting cut off again. Okay, so we're back at it. The motherboard is faulty. That's why it connects sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. You have to like wiggle the 24 pin to side to get it to connect. So we've got a replacement board here. GPU. Yes! The screw didn't come out, but the standoff came out without me having to dig under it with pliers. That is perfect. It's a shame this motherboard. I think it's the copper connectors attaching the 24 pin. Our replacement board. So here's our replacement board. It's MSI H61M P31W8. So that's MSI, same thing obviously, LGA 1155 H61 chipset. Basically the same board, just I think it looks a little bit nicer, the brown instead of the blue. And just a tiny piece of thermal paste, it's alright. And poof! These LGA 1155, 1151. They build all those Chinese LGA 2011, you know, the X79, X58s, X99, all those Chinese boards using recycled chipsets and stuff. It almost looks like one of those. I've actually seen one very similar to this on AliExpress. That show you, that use sorry, I can't see anything. There. In this dark case, dark room. Man, I'm literally blind here. That there's a problem with, because if there is, we've got a secondary board for no reason. On top of that, we need a new power supply. So when we tried to boot the PC last time before we changed the motherboard, it took us to Windows, but everything was black. And it turns out that it just completely screwed up our Windows installation, so we've got to do a fresh install and start again from scratch. So we've swapped out this EVGA for the win, 750 Ti for a Zotac GTX 970. So we're going from a 2 gig of VRAM to 4 gig of VRAM. Only costs an extra 20 quid, and it's a huge, well, actually not that much, but it's pretty big performance upgrade.
Samantha?